What's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to another episode of my Motorsport Manager Career Mode, episode number 1 of Season 3 today. We're going to be promoted to the Asia Pacific Cup, and we've got a brand new 2018 GP2 car, I guess you could say, or F2 car, to design in today's episode. But if you have missed the last one, episode number 6, the finale of Season 2, uploaded yesterday, go check that out, because the last race was an absolute madness, is the only way to put it. It was insane, and the amount of joy and craziness that occurred was probably right up there in like the top 5 moments I've ever had, like recording gameplay for YouTube or anything like that. It was insane. It was insane. But we've now got to move on to Season 3 in the Asia Pacific Cup. You can see our car's going to get repaired here. You can see there is championship promotion due literally in the next day. So we're going to continue and see what goes on here. So we're going to get confirmation that we get promoted to the next tier. Prize money for the 2017 season. Do not try to spend it all at once. So receive the money, 13.7 million in the bank. So we've got 20.4 million. The votes for manager of the season apparently went to Hugo Cumberland, so I didn't even win. Manager of the season, even though I took Archer from what was on the brink of me being fired to winning the championship. All right then, and then the driver was Sophie Van Durman, so it wasn't even Cruz. Okay, fair enough. I guess we had some very patchy performances, but, you know, I think we're quite up there. But anyway, we're going to move on to the actual promotion here. Here we go. Promotion opportunity. Congratulations on winning the title. Now it's time for the big question. Would you like to make the step up to Asia Pacific Super Cup? If you accept promotion, our technical experts shall brief your mechanics on the current regulations, and you can expect your car to be upgraded to a somewhat competitive level. What do you say? The land of milk and honey awaits. I'm going to say accept. Let's go. Let's go. 2018 rules are now active. Okay, here we go. This may, of course, change some of the ways you run your team. The rule changes for this year are addition of the Guildford GP. So, Asia Pacific Cup has added the British Grand Prix to their calendar. Okay, that's a little bit weird, but okay. So, a familiar track, I guess, has been added. And this year, Chariot Motor Group have been promoted into the World Championship, and Mclaren Racing have been relegated into this Asia Pacific Cup that we've just gone into. This is us being promoted, and we demoted Lacatelli Racing. Okay, we've got a new sponsor. It's Play Sport Games again. 4-star rating for a sponsor, 7th or above, 3 races long contract, upfront payment 450. We get a bonus qualifying and the race of 600k. But we get 2.2 times for the United Kingdom, the Guildford GP, basically. So I'm going to take this offer, because if we can use it at the British Grand Prix, that would be quite good to have. Also, that's another thing. Now that we're in the second tier, there will be qualifying to do. And look at that, all our graphs went down, because compared to the grids, we're now very poor compared to all of them. But yeah, our pre-season starts very, very soon. Obviously, we're going to keep the same drivers. I'm confident that we can, use them and thrust them forward. Obviously, we have some changes to make in terms of maybe the staff and everything like that. We need to renew the contract of our... What was it? We need to renew Cruz's contract first. So, renew contract here. Interested? Start negotiations? Yes. Okay, so we're going to give you number 1 driver. I don't mind bumping down Manger to number 2 because I think she knows her place really. Wages are fairly important, so let's increase your price. How much were you we were paying you that much, so let's increase you to... We'll increase you by that much. Just a tiny amount, not too much, because we're already paying him quite a bit. Contract length, he'd prefer a long contract, so 24 months or 36. Well, we'll go to 36 months. He's got high potential, to be honest, so I don't mind that. Bonus size is very important. Okay, so if that's not too important, then we'll go with... well, we're in a new championship, so we'll go a little bit leaner. 6th or above, and you'll get 45,000. And we'll go for the race or above, we'll go 6th, and we'll go 45. Okay, that's qualifying. So qualifying will go 8th or above, and you get 45,000. Then 6th or above, 45,000. I think that's fair enough. So continue on to renew his contract. We've got 13 months left on Manger. This guy's a rolling contract for the reserve drivers. For our staff, 13 months, 1 month left, and 1 month left. Isabel Bishop, potential of nearly 4 stars. She's got a lot of potential, so I'm all for renewing her contract. Also, she's got a relationship with Manger by this point as well. So, in terms of our offer, we were paying her 38. Let's go for 42. You prefer a long contract? We'll go for 24 instead, just because you never know. We might need to, you know, get a new one, get a new designer. Or mechanic, I should say, rather. Bonus size isn't very important, so 10th or above, and we'll give you 36,000. I'll put that to 7th. And then we'll put that to 6th, and we'll give you 36,000. So let's try that. Let's see how that goes. And then Gunter, 1 month. Let's check out the staff. Let's check out the staff. Let's see what sort of designer we could get for what sort of money. Okay, I found this guy, Wayne, 3.5 stars. Just, you know, a good whole star improvement on what we have with Gunter. If we can look at the stats, engine 18 to 12, gearbox 17 to 8, quite a big margin, 10 to 8 on the brakes, 11 to 6 on the front wing, suspension 19 to 12, which was an issue on our car. Rear wing, though, only 1 compared to 10. So he's going to be, you know, maybe a possibility. So I'm going to continue looking. I'll get back to you guys if I find someone else. Right, I found someone so much better. Frederick Kelly. This guy looks good. Potential of 5 stars. He's 3.5 right now. And you can see engine 15 to 12. Gearbox 8 to 8. 4 to 8. 7 to 6. 7 to 12, unfortunate. 11 to 10. But he's got potential. And also he's got all these goods. He's got the same exact average build time, -1. He's got -2 days of the build time here, instead of we've got build time +10, unlocks an additional great component slot compared to that. He's got none great. He's got an epic one, though, -1 risk level. He looks very good. He's also unemployed, so he is interested in us. So I'm going to try and offer him a contract. Right, I'm going to offer him the max we can do, 346,000 per race. We're going to go for a long contract, 36, because he's got huge potential, so I really do want him here for a long time. Signing on fee. He'd like a nice signing on fee. I'm not too fussed about that, okay? So I'll go for 480. That seems pretty reasonable. Bonus size. Right, so if he can get 6th or above, I will be happy to pay him the max, like 120. And if he can get like 5th or above, I'll be happy to pay him the full 120. That's what I'm going for. He's got 2 patience ticks, so we can go one more time with this guy. So let's just see. Right, we need to get cracking on the 2018 season. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Design the new car. Financial breakdown. We saved 8.5 million. So we'll get that into the bank and get rolling. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now, last time I got you guys to choose what it was, and basically we found out that obviously we weren't very good at tyre heating and tyre wear and fuel efficiency. We were pretty decent at actual speed itself. But let's take a look. It's a bit different now because we do probably have to consider some other factors going into this. So, in terms of the engine supply, I'm going to have a read through of these actually instead. I won't put this in the video. I'll read through all of them and then I'll give you my choices. Right, engine supply, for me it's a no-brainer. It's got to be Rossini, which is basically the equivalent of Ferrari, basically. It's a fake Ferrari team. So we're going for a Ferrari engine essentially there. Medium. This is strong and weak. I'd rather go for a midway base, spend a little bit less money, but get kind of a halfway bargain to improve everything like that. Fuel supply, it's a no-brainer here for me as well. Fuel efficiency was a huge problem for me and the car we had in the GP3 series. Improvability also, I don't really think we ever encountered improving our fuel. Like, it was never really a case that we cropped up again. So I'm going to go for Russian oil, 4 million there. Material supply, tyre wear, strong. Tyre heating, weak for polymat. For Carbolon, medium and weak. So you can see out of them, it's all weak, or very weak. So it's really these two, and then we're looking at these two, and it's got to be polymat, obviously. And then brake supply, well, we've got a bit of a dilemma here. JP, medium, whereas Marshall is weak and strong. Again, sort of like our engine supply, I have a feel I would rather go for midway, medium. So we got pretty decent stats. 3 out of 5 for tyre wear. 2.5 for tyre heating, unfortunately only. 3 out of 5 for fuel efficiency and 2.5 for improvability. But I'm happy with that. And that's going to cost us 25.4 million. Which is a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But it might be worth it. We're not going to have a lot of money to kind of sort of... it's a tricky one. Do I go cheap and like, you know, just go for being at the back of this series, or do we hit the ground running with a lot of money thrown at this car, but potentially we can't upgrade it or, you know, do much to it afterwards? It's a tough one. I keep looking at this 25.4 figure, seeing that we've only got 29.3. And I think we have to make some compromises here. I think we have to make some compromises. I'm going to go for it because of that. We're going to go for Carbolon. It's going to be medium tire wear, not strong. But it's a compromise that gets us 3 million in the back pocket, just in case we really do desperately need to actually upgrade within the season more. So, it's just something I have to do. Here, there's not much difference between the one we've chosen and the weaker ones, so I'm happy to stay with that. Fuel supplier as well. There's not too much of a difference between Oceania and Russian oil there to get the stronger fuel efficiency. And I think that will really help us if, okay, maybe we're bad on tyre wear, but we're pretty good on the fuel. I think that balances out. And engine supplier, I see no compromise. This seems like the best one to do, which is medium. So that's a lot of money to spend, but it's GP2. We're moving a team from GP3 to GP2. It's obviously going to be a lot of money, so I guess we click continue, and oh, it's going to pain me. There we go. Oh, that is a lot of money. We don't have a lot of money to bargain with as well now, but that's our brand new car. Or, okay, I guess that's the car that's going to get to become our brand new car once we design the livery, I guess. Okay, straight away, we've got a lot of stuff to look at. We're going to go for the sponsor offer first and see what they offer us. So, we've got Cupcake, first place, 5 races long. Upfront payment of 400,000. We get a bonus 1.6 for qualifying and race. Although we can go with Northern Harbour. We've been with Northern Harbour before, second or above. 6 races long this will be, so a bit of a longer contract. We get an upfront payment at 1.2 at 880,000 bonus payment per race. That's quite a tall order to get first. We're not going to get first, I don't think, to be honest. So I'll go with Northern Harbour and accept that. Get a nice upfront payment. The thing is, we're probably not going to be anywhere near first place. Probably, you would say, this season. Okay, Bishop has agreed her new contract, so we're going to sign her. So she is signed on for a new season, 25 months in the bag. That's all good. Right, we're going to have to break Gunther's clause. That's not going to cost us too much. And then obviously the sign-on fee. So we're going to confirm that. Sign him on to the team. So we've got a brand new lead designer now. And we've got a crap ton of mail. Probably all about the teams in the upcoming season. Yeah, it pretty much is all about the upcoming season. So I don't really care about too much of this. I'll scroll through it. Oh, wow, look at that. Our HQ is done. Our HQ is done. So we've got the scouting facility now. So we've got hidden drivers, 1 out of 3. So really now, if we look at scouting, we've got a lot more new drivers to look at. We've got a whole flurry of new drivers we could potentially scout. So I'm just going to add a few scouts to these drivers, just, for the future. Obviously, maybe if we can pick up a really good driver on the cheap, like we did with Cruz, that would be great. Right, Cruz has accepted his contract, so we're going to sign him on. I am absolutely delighted to get Cruz back on board there. Welcome to the team, my man. We've got a cost-to-break contract, 4.1 million, so he's not going anywhere. Right, we've got an email about car improvability. Me and a few engineers are worried about the car's improvability over the course of the season. We had a few preliminary talks with engine supplier, and they think they can help us out for a price, of course. So, if we pay 1.5, we'll add an entire star onto improvability. I'm fine with that. That's worth it, I think. That's really worth it. Oh, God, what is this? Moriera's nightclub shame. The bar in question, Shoosh, is known to attract some world's brightest and most beautiful. She was at the... Oh, wow, she bought an entire round of drinks. Club goer. +5 marketability. Okay, I thought... I saw the word shame, and then I thought it was going to be a bad trait, but that's going to add to marketability. Go on, girl. Get that PR money. Right, more news. Really, we don't have much to do. The new year is upon us, basically. What's this? Contract ending with... Who is that going to be? Who the hell is that? Is that going to be our rolling? Oh, that's our rolling contract. I don't really care about him, but yeah, we've not really got much to do because we can't do anything to the car now because we have to wait for the new chassis to be designed, basically. So we are just basically going to fast forward. Well, I got some mail. What is this? Cruz. A few of you guys in the design facility have noticed that Lisandro has sent a few glances. What? Okay. You don't see that problem cropping up in GP2 at F1, do you? Okay, boys. We've done some scouting with our new scouting facility. We found this young girl, 19 years old. Absolutely amazing. 3.5 star, wonder kid. Easy on the fuel. That would have been a lot easier last season if we had her. Wet weather pro, apparently, and meditates. So it's always fascinating to see the random traits they throw in. We've got 2 other drivers on scout, 8 days each to take. So I'm going to wait to see what happens with them. I'm going to add 1 more driver to this pile. But we could be in to sign a youngster for cheap to replace Moreira, and they could be a lot better than Moreira. So that would also solve maybe any issues with Cruz and her, you know, doing the, yeah. Right, I got an email about tyre simulations. We've been running some early simulations in the new car. I think there's some gains to be made with the tyre wear. Help out. It's going to be 1.5 million to help out. +1 on tyre wear. Ooh, is it worth it? Is it worth it? I think tyre wear is going to... The thing is, because we're going to be a slower team, staying out for longer is going to be very, very important, I think. So, 1.5. Yeah, tyre wear I'm down to improve, I think. Tyre wear. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Right, we looked at our 2 new scouted drivers. Not as good as the first Spaniard one we got. The American Webb and the Austrian, I think that is, Cal. Forgive me if I'm incorrect on the flag. But 3 and a bit stars, so pretty much the same as basically Cruz at this point, I think. Yeah, pretty much the same as Cruz. And the same for Webb, I think it was. Yeah, 3 and a bit. Pretty much the same as Cruz. So really, it's looking like this Spaniard is the best pick. I'm going to wait to see what Vial is like, the Italian. But if not, we'll go for the Spaniard, Balcazar. Yeah, I think Balcazar. Yeah, I think that's pretty alright pronunciation. I'm going to compare the 2. So he's got better braking. She's got better cornering. Same smoothness, okay. Overtaking, he's got better overtaking. Consistency, though, she's pretty good at that, which is always important. Adaptability, 12 out of 15. Although, she says it's a wet weather pro, apparently, for a trait. So, the adaptability might not be too much of an issue if it's talking about wet weather conditions. Fitness, better for her. Feedback, the same. And focus levels, the same. So, really, for me, it's all about what I prefer in terms of what I'd want. And for me, I think the consistency and the traits she has, I feel like we should go for her. She's also 1 year younger, and just the fact that he's got very negative traits, you know, all the like apart from Wonder Kid, that's negative, and Feeling Blue, very negative. Whereas she's got all pluses on her traits, so she's in a very, you know, positive, you know, mindset. In terms of marketability, they're the same. And they're very, very even. So really, it's just personal preference at this point. So I think we'll go for Balcazar. Right, she says her status isn't important. So we'll go number 2 driver. She's fine with that. Wages aren't very important to me. Okay, she says they're not very important. So we're going to lowball her. We'll lowball her then. Short contract, that's fine. End of 2019. I'm fine with that. Signing on fee. Signing on fee isn't very important either. Okay, we'll lowball her for that. Bonus isn't very important. Wow, she really isn't fussed about anything, is she? Okay, we'll lowball her. We've got three marks to sign her up, so we'll lowball her on everything, because she appears very, very chilled out. If only every driver was like this. Right, brake supply. We've got a breakthrough. This one's going to cost 2.5. No way I'm spending that much to get +1 tyre heating. I'm not going to spend that much. That is way too much money for just +1. Too expensive. So, dilemma resolved there. And I believe soon now we'll be able to edit the livery. Here we go. Time to edit the livery. I'll edit it and I'll get back to you guys and show you what I come up with. Right, so after a lot of fiddling around, I've come up with a design that I like for Season 3. I've gone for something very, well, white, as you can see, because, you know, we've done basically 2 seasons of it being predominantly orange, so I thought we got something a little bit different that looks very different. You know, we're in F2 now, want to try and rebrand the team a little bit, but keep a little bit Archer in there, a bit of Archer orange. So we've got the stripe orange coming across the main chassis. We've got the sponsors on the darker parts in kind of an orangey gold, but the main part of the car is kind of plainish white. We've got the sponsors on that white part as black as we can get them. I mean, that isn't really black that I've chosen there. It's more of a grey, but yeah, I like it. Different enough to me, and it looks pretty, actually, it looks quite, how does he say it, like predatory almost, kind of looking at it from the side angle, the nice black side pod, but the white main top part. I believe it's the same exact actual design style as last season's car, but just obviously different colours. So that's what I'm going to go for F2. Let's go on to looking at other things. Obviously, we've got the driver contract coming up, so we'll see how that goes. And so, as you can see, we've now got our brand new driver, the new Spaniard, 19 years old, and we've moved Moreira down to the reserve role. She wasn't quite happy about it, but it's fine, I mean, you can see the performance difference. So now we've got 3.5 stars, and technically, Cruz, even though he's the first driver, he's actually the worst out of the two, but obviously she's quite young, so she may not perform as consistently as Cruz. But as you can see, as a whole, that actually hasn't changed too much. Our drivers are still probably only the 7th best in the league, but you can see there's Garuda in 6th. Remember, they were the guys who won Season 1 in F3 or GP3. So we want to kind of be battling them, basically. So we're just behind them in terms of that. In terms of the cars, you can see we're just behind them as well. So they haven't improved that much, actually, after being a season in this sport. But we're near the back. So when it gets to that point where we probably have to, I'm assuming, tell our chairman what our objective is going to be, I'm going to lowball it very, very much. Really go lowball on it. The good thing is, our sponsors are one of the best around. 2nd best on the grid. Pretty damn good. Right, preseason testing coming up. Just a nice email for that. And then, oh, Moria's got back problems. See, it was the complete right time to drop her to reserve because she's got back problems. See, everything's working out. An absolute treat there. Right, preseason testing time coming up. Here we go. Preseason testing. Yeah, let's take testing. Let's see. Start testing with Cruz and Balcazar. Let's see how they do. Okay, so after preseason testing, there's no change of morale for Cruz because he is already 100%. We've now got Balcazar fully behind our project, looks like, with a high morale. She came in 9th place, actually, with no issues throughout the session. Unfortunately, Cruz only 19th with an oil leak, so that's pretty damn good, you know? 159 dead compared to, well, 155.3. That's quite a big gap, but in terms of the standings where we are, that's pretty damn decent from Balcazar to be in 9th place. Obviously, you can't tell too much into preseason testing. There is quite a sizable gap between 2nd and 1st, so there could be quite a lot of time to lose or find to other teams, but all in all, doesn't seem too bad. Testing report. Testing went brilliantly this weekend. Happy to report a strong position. Balcazar 9th, Cruz in 19th, obviously. Our designers are ready to crack on, improve reliability, and building some new parts should be the order of the day. Targets for 2018. Here we go. So, the chairman predicts that we'll come in 9th in the team championship, but where do I think we'll finish? Well, we've got 10 teams, right? We've got 10 teams in this championship. Or how many teams have we got? Yeah, we've got 10 teams in this championship. I think we'll come 9th as well, so I'm inclined to agree with him there. So we're going to get an injection of 1.17 per race. So that's going to be a 14.1 million total over the entire season. So that's also where I agree with the chairman for once, Arnold, the prick, that we're going to finish in 9th in the championship, I think. I think that will be a good target for us. Just to beat one team already in this sport will be a good thing to do. Right, so it's time to go to the Singapore Grand Prix, the first race of the season. We'll only be doing one race for this episode because the calendar is 13 races, so that's odd if you can't tell. So if we do one race now and then 2 every other episode, we can make it to the end nicely and neatly for the British Grand Prix, which is the finale of this season. So that's going to be the plan also because obviously by this point we've done quite a bit on the video already for pre-season. So in terms of the objective, we're going to go the lowest we can go, 7th or above, and we'll still be in debt. That actually reminds me, what are our finances still on? I bet they're still, yeah, they're still on high. So we might have to go for cheap, just to make sure we don't run in the red. So confirm and continue. So now if we go back to the race and click our sponsor. Okay, we're still in the red, but only by a little bit. And also that includes the costs we've just spent, obviously, this time round. So hopefully that will, I don't know. Somehow we're going to have to get out of the red. I don't honestly know how, but at the moment we're going to be in some debt, I think, probably by the end of this. Alright, Cruz seems very unhappy with the setup, but I changed a few things round, and he doesn't seem any happier. It's basically a case of every part is the same level of shitness, basically, as each other, so there's no real improvement we can make. So I don't know, he's just like a grumpy person going into this first race, I guess. But acceleration crucial, deceleration crucial. Singapore, it's not a place we've gone in the series so far. I do remember going there for the preview series, though, I believe. I think they might have changed the way the circuit looks, I think. But tyre wear's high, fuel burn very high. Practice going to be raining, race going to be raining, and then the qualifying's been clear. So a little bit of a difference that we're going to do in practice. We may have to see when the rain comes. I don't really know, to be honest. To be honest, a lot of this first race will just be a learning curve, really learning how things work. Right, so it's going to start off dry, but then you can see on the water on track counter, it's going to get wetter But if it doesn't get too wet, we could still do some dry running. It might be worth just sending him out, basically, on like one little stint on it. And in terms of the stints, we're going to send Cruz out on the softs again, and we'll send out Balcazar on the super softs. Just a bit of a difference there, but looks like we need a lot more higher downforce, acceleration, and then maybe towards oversteer, I should say. But yeah, we'll take practice, and I'll cut later on after we've done a few laps. So practice sessions are now 15 minutes in F2 or GP2. I'm never going to know which one to call it, really, honestly. Either one really works, doesn't it, though? But 15 minutes for practice now. I believe it's 10 minutes then for qualifying. And you can see the rain is coming down, so it is going to be time for inters very, very soon. So we should bring them in, actually, in fact. So she's going to come through. You know what? Why don't we leave Cruz out there and just see how he fares? See how long the dry tires can go into the intermediate period. But we'll send her back out. We'll do race trim again because obviously in the race it's going to be raining, so that's what we want to do. Race trim on the inters. She seems pretty damn happy with the setup actually, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it there. We'll send her out on inters. Cruz is going to stay out there on the dry tire, but you can see he's already going quite slow. But you can see actually in like 3 laps time it's going to get drier again. So we'll bring him in anyway. Then this lap we'll bring him. I think we'll have enough time basically. I'm saying to send them back out on dry tires after the rain stops. But we'll bring in Cruz for 1 lap on the inters. I guess can't do much harm. Or you know what? I might just bring him in and then just not send him out. Just keep him in here. Yeah, I'll just keep him in here. Just keep him in there and then send him out on the dry tire again and do some more work on the softs. Or we could do a qualifying trim, to be honest. So, could do qualifying trim. We'll do super softs, obviously, because you would expect qualifying trim to be that. Just that on the super soft. So, 10 seconds. And we'll wait. I'll wait a little bit more. Right, I'm going to send Cruz out. I've had a change of mind, actually. I'm going to do race trim for him. 8 laps, and unless I have soft tires, and just keep on going, try and get that level 1. We'll bring in Balcazar right now, and we'll send her out on super softs and doing a qualifying trim. So a bit of a difference in strategy and what the drivers are doing today, but that's fine. She seems pretty happy with that. Maybe a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bit more downforce might help her. And I don't know, maybe a click of acceleration. Yeah, we'll change that. And tire choice, yeah, there we go. So the practice session ended, and look how stupidly annoying that is. We got so close to qualifying trim there, as the intro rudely interrupts me. We got so close to getting level 1 on qualifying trim. We just missed out. We got race trim 2, I think that was, and we got both tyres on level 1. But we didn't get qualifying trim, so I'm not too sure how qualifying is going to go. Obviously different tyres, so Balcazar performed quite well actually in the super softs, although obviously practice, I've never really looked into it too much in terms of reading into the time. So anyway, we'll see how things pan out and really see how fast the car is, because it's qualifying, it's dry, and we will get 300k for 7th and above. Let's see how it goes. So empty slot, go super softs. Unfortunately, I can't pick anything else, because I would have picked qualifying trim, but we don't have that today, unfortunately. We'll add knowledge, we'll go super softs, and we'll go sweeter spots for Cruz. The first time we can use this, which is basically the little bar to have the brake and tire temps, will be a lot bigger, apparently, I think, so that'll make things easier. Unfortunately for Balcazar, we only have 1 trait, because there's no point in doing the race trim one, so there you go. That's really quite annoying, actually. Like, literally, it was a pixel difference. So now let's look at this. So it looks like Cruz is not happy with this. He maybe wants even more downforce then. And then that'll inadvertently give us more acceleration. Tire choice on the super softs, obviously. And we'll keep the same exact setup for her, because she's happy with that and excellent downforce she feels. So go on super softs for that one. And we will continue on. Oh, we have to pick a slot. Oh, we have to pick that. So okay, so that won't matter. We have to pick soft tire, but it won't really matter. Right, I'm going to send her out on the super soft tire. Yep, do 1 qualifying run. I'm going to continue on. And the thing is, this thing is going to come up. So I remember this from when I went to actually go play the game a little bit early at an event. So I'm actually going to wait till I finish this for Balcazar, then send Cruz out. Even though you're going to see he gets annoyed, but it's worth doing this first. So I'm going to try and heat up our tires, heat up the brakes at the same time. Okay, tires in a good rain, brakes in a good rain. Good. Nice stuff. Send Cruz out now. Super soft. See, this will be easier for Cruz probably, but nice. We started our very first qualifying lap on good and good, so nice. So here she goes. So she's doing the lap now. So we'll bring Cruz round. Hopefully Cruz does not hold her up here. Yep, goes straight through. Nice stuff. Okay, Cruz, let's work on you now, mate. You can see his green tabs, I think, are a little bit bigger, it looks like. So it'll be a bit easier to hopefully get this done for Cruz. There we go. Tyres perfect and brakes good. Nice stuff. So Cruz can go on his lap. At the moment, Balcazar has popped up a time in second place, or third place at the moment. So she's done pretty damn well. I mean, I'm not too sure. It looks like everyone else is setting their times now. So yeah, she's tumbling down the order. But Cruz, let's see what he sets. Meanwhile, Balcazar's going to come in, and at the moment she's in 10th, so we'll send her out all 11th now. So yeah, she really is tumbling down the times. Our car is definitely nowhere near where we're used to in F3, but Cruz comes across the line. It's going to be 17th, so slower than Balcazar, even though she had a better warm-up to the entire session. So send out again. I think the qualifying trim really did hurt us, to be honest, guys. I really did think it's hurt us here, but I'm so annoyed at that, because it wasn't really... You know, I was trying to get the tyres all up to a good level, but I had to neglect the qualifying, then that meant. And unfortunately, it means I have, you know, probably let some performance go in the qualifying. It's close. Oh, good, perfect, nice. Okay, I'm getting the hang of that. Right, come on, Balcazar, please put in a good lap time. But I fear that not having the qualifying trim is really going to hinder it, to be honest. But we'll send Cruz out again. Another set of super softs. Right, good and perfect for Cruz there. On the tyres and brakes, Balcazar is still... I don't know, she already did her lap, so that's her in-lap. She only got up into 15th, so... Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be qualifying very high, guys. Honestly, I think the qualifying trim has hurt us there. Maybe also that's just the pace of the car. Obviously, we did say we're going to finish 9th, so that would be 17th and 18th corresponding to that. But the session has ended. Cruz will finish his lap, and he's in 19th, probably. Oh, no, okay. Last minute, Cruz puts in the lap time. Fair play, Cruz. Fair play, 16th place. All right, 16th and 18th. Right, race time. We're quite near the back, so I have a feeling we'll probably it'll be better off doing the soft tyre running, to be honest. Also, obviously, we got that rain coming, so it was going to be a heavy rain race, but it's starting off dry. So you can see there faintly around, that will be lap 6, it's going to start raining. So we'll go soft tyre on both these. Unfortunately, we didn't even get intermediates, which is even more annoying, to be honest. Car setup, though. Looks like Cruz was actually really annoyed with the balance, but he did pretty well, considering all things. So we'll bring that down a little bit, but apparently he was annoyed with that. But, yeah, we'll go soft tyre at the start. 27 laps. Yeah, we'll fuel up quite big. Tyre choice, soft tyre. Fuel options, we'll fuel up the same. We'll fuel up quite big, so we don't have to make a fuel pit stop probably on the inters. We can just come in for the tyres, and then we'll try and see how we go from there. But attack, as per usual, but I have a feeling this target might be quite difficult, but we'll try our best. First race of F2, or GP2, or Asia Pacific Super Cup. Right, here we go. From 16th and 18th on the grid, right at the back there with Garuda Racing, our rivals from F3 and GP3. We're off. Balcazar makes a pretty good start, all the way up into 17th place, right behind Cruz now in 16th, who goes up into 15th, saying that into turn 2 they go. So pretty decent start for them. We'll speed things up because it's usually quite a normal affair at the very start of the race. Everyone, as you can see on strategy, is pushing the fuel and the tyres, but we'll wait around for that rain, and I will try and come in a lap earlier for the intermediate, I think, to try and get a little bit of an undercut, I think. Right, at the moment you can see Cruz is in 18th, Balcazar in 20th place, so not doing so well at the moment. Our car is clearly very, not very good, to be honest. I mean, I expected that, although Balcazar, saying that, is up into 18th place now. I think that will be, yeah, 18th place. Go on, girl, nice stuff. Overtaking Cruz there, so pretty nice move. So, in terms of the water on track, it's going to probably start raining literally now, in a few seconds' time, so we will think about coming in at the end of this lap. On the end of lap 4, I think I'll try and come in with Cruz to maybe try and get an undercut. Surprise undercut, I think. So we'll go on to intermediates. We won't fuel up. Park condition is looking good. Pit strategy will go fast. So we're going to try and get a jump on them, but we won't add any fuel. Saying that, we'll go medium there to save some more fuel. For Balcazar, we'll continue one more lap like everyone else, and then we'll come in. Oh no, looks like everyone's coming. Looks like everyone is coming in. Everyone's coming in right now. Do we risk it? No, we don't risk it. Okay, so it looks like my undercut idea did not work. Really, the lap's so long that there's no such thing as an undercut for intermediates, because the lap is so long you can't afford to stick it out one more lap. So we won't fuel up for her as well. Park condition all good. We'll go for fast as well. I think there's only one pit crew, so there will be someone that is held up here, and that will be Cruz, I think. Unless there are 2 pit crews, I'm not too sure. No, there's 1 pit crew, but Cruz didn't held up that much, I don't think. No, it was alright, it was alright. Right, put them both on neutral on the fuel, but pushing on the inters, because the inters, we can see in like maybe 4 laps time, we'll be coming back in for dries, so we don't need to kind of take care of the tyre wear. And Balcazar's now in 15th place, Cruz in 17th, so pretty much the same order, but I feel like we made 1 more place probably there, somewhere in the pit stop, so okay progress, I guess. Remember, actually, well, I say remember, I haven't showed you yet, but I read it myself, that points are only on the top 6 drivers in F2 right now currently, with the rules, so basically it doesn't matter unless we're in the top 6. Fastest lap, I believe, gets points as well, so that's something we could try and do, like right at the end, fuel up for 1 lap of fuel and then try and bang in the fast lap to get a point there. I might do that with Cruz, honestly, if he's in no man's land, or with Balcazar, either one, but for now, I don't know, we're just trying our best to see if we can get anywhere near that top 10, but I think it's going to be quite tricky. Virtual safety car, that's also another thing. There's no real safety car in this championship for some reason. There's only virtual, so that's a little bit odd. But anyway, we're continuing on. I think we'll cut later on. Nothing's really happening until the dry tyres come back into play, I think, in probably the next lap. In light of that, actually, I might bring in Balcazar right now, because it's literally going to start drying on track at the moment. So what should we go on? Soft tyres? Yeah, soft tyres. We won't fuel up again. Pit strategy fast. Okay, we're going to come in for the soft tyres at the end of this lap with her. We'll stick Cruz out for 1 more lap, because I don't think many people are going to be coming in right now for the dry tyres. No one's come in yet for the dry tyres, so we're going to gamble a little bit with Balcazar. We'll continue on with Cruz for 1 more lap there, and we won't risk it with him, and we'll see what's what. And to be honest, Cruz is so far back. Look at that. Balcazar made the pit stop, and he's still behind her. Wow. That is a little bit embarrassing, to be honest. Quite embarrassing. All right, I'm going to check. Okay, I'm going to change things up. I'm going to put Cruz on super softs and just see how it goes. 16 laps of fuel means we can burn a bit while we do that. And pit strategy will go fast. Ooh, do I want to fix some of these parts? They look okay for now. So I'm going to switch it up. Basically, just try something different. Cruz, go on super soft instead of the softs like her. Right, we're going to come in now. No one else has come in for the dry tyres, which is strange, because it definitely is going to get dry on track now. So hopefully this might work out. But in all of that, Balcazar actually hasn't gone very fast, so Cruz has come back out ahead of her now. So they've swapped positions there, and we've actually been lapped by first place. That's how fast the first team are in F3. But now everyone comes in. Okay, so we may have made a bit of an early call, too much of a gamble maybe. But the first race is a learning process, to be honest. We need to take gambles to kind of just realise what we're dealing with here, what the challenge is here in F3. Right, lap 16, quite a few laps later, Cruz is catching up to 17th place, man. So, super soft working a little bit better eventually against the softs. Balcazar's way back in 19th. And to be honest, it's all a bit annoying, really. Just, yeah, we're just very, very slow compared to most people. I mean, we have caught up to this one car, so hopefully Cruz can overtake them. But, yeah, I don't really have any high hope for this race, to be honest. It's going to be a little bit of a kind of, how can I put it? Maybe not as exciting as the GP3 races, I think, because the races are so much longer. Well, not that much longer, but they're quite long. They probably will get longer than this, 33 laps. But obviously, we're not really overtaking cars, and there's actually not much strategy to actually do, because we've just not got the pace to make anything work, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Oh dear, his thing's broken. Can we come in now? I guess we can, yeah, we can come in. We can afford to come in right now, so park condition, we'll fix that, tyre choice, go on soft tyres, those will go 16 laps. That will take us to the end of the race, will it? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Will take us to the end of the race, just about. So we'll fuel up. We need how many laps of fuel? I'll put in 17 laps. I think that's how much. Yeah, we need 15 laps, but I'll stick in 17. Alright, we're going to come in now, change those parts, and change the tyres up. Right, he comes out. He's going to be going on these tyres till the end of the race, so I don't need him mucking them up. Well, we've got some excess fuel, which I'll burn a little bit. Yeah, we'll take action. Oh, God, so she's got a pit now. So she didn't go a lot longer, did she? For now, I'll ignore that, and I'll stick her out there for a little bit longer, because she's on the soft tyre, so she can probably go a little bit longer into the race. We've been lapped there. Cruz lapped by first place, unfortunately. But now we're just playing the long game, really, to the end of the race. We're going to bring Balcazar in. She's going to go onto the super soft tyres because we may as well. We've only got 13 laps left in this Grand Prix. Super softs go about 12, so it will be 12 laps by the time we get round this lap. But looks like she, unfortunately, due to the little early, the one or two lap earlier pit stop for the inters, or for the dries, I should say, in the intermediate periods, that gamble did not work out. I completely misread how quickly the track was going to be okay for dries. It wasn't ready. But yeah, so we're not going to push too much on the super softs. We can't afford to, really. So we're going to go and conserve there, make sure they don't wear out too hard till towards the end of the race. I've got suspension for Cruz, but we can't afford to bring him in right now because I don't want to make an extra pit stop. So he's going to have to power through it, really. We'll monitor it, though. If it goes any lower than like 10, then we'll have to bring him in for sure. It's going to start raining again. Okay, perfect time to come in, I guess. Perfect time to come in. Right, Cruz, you're going to come in this lap, my man. Inters. Oh, is it going to go near enough for full wets? No, it'll be Inters. Park condition, we'll fix that for you, mate. We'll fix the gearbox and we'll fit. Oh, these are too many things to fix. Okay, we won't fix any of those. We'll just fix the braking. Fast pit stop for you. Fuel. Ooh, fuel. We don't need to fill up on fuel, do we? No, we don't. We don't need to fill up on fuel. In fact, we could take out fuel. Should we take out fuel? Yeah, we'll take out fuel. We only need 9 laps. 6, yeah, 9 laps. So I'll put in 10. Same for her. 9 laps. She's already got 9 laps in. That's fine. Park conditions looking all good. Fast. Yep. Right, Cruz comes in. He'll be the first guy onto the intermediate tyre. So, well, you can clearly tell by my voice I'm a little bit down because, let's be honest, it's a little bit crap and shit that you go from being so nice and having some fun, overtaking people, to basically being nowhere and having all the problems in the world. Gearbox, no, damn it. Our car is falling apart. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video here and just butt in because I'm probably going to seem very kind of stupid in this video right now because I sound very down, depressed about the fact that, well, the realistic fact that I should be pretty damn crap at the beginning of GP2, and obviously I messed up my strategy. So I'm going to butt in here with a post comment just to explain myself a little bit. I did record this episode on Tuesday night. Probably shouldn't have. I literally was very, very tired. It was about 11 PM when I finished recording this episode after a long day. Probably shouldn't have recorded this episode then and probably should have waited till Wednesday morning when I'm recording this post commentary, and you can see I'm sounding a lot better, but that's why I sound probably more depressed and annoyed than I probably should have been, and I wasn't really in the correct frame of mind to kind of do a upbeat commentary, so I sound really down about the whole GP2 thing. But trust me, I do understand the whole point of GP2 and stuff. I just sound more stupid and annoyed about it than I probably should have because I recorded it at stupid times. So yeah, don't kill me in the comments. Just as I said, I think I don't know why I'm going to insert this bit of the commentary, but if I have done it afterwards, like I said before, or if I have done it, if I'm going to do it after, like I'm about to say, leave me tips in the comments below how I should progress in GP2. If any of you guys have some tips, because I know a lot of you guys have even completed the game, taking a team from the top to bottom. So let me know all that good stuff. But yeah, that's why I sound super down. Don't kill me. I just recorded it a little bit too late. Probably shouldn't have. I wasn't in the best frame of mind, but I started the commentary wanting to really play the game, but then I got more tired as I started to record the game, so I probably should have stopped and taken a break, but I just didn't. Yeah, there you go. Saying that though, even though our car is falling apart, Cruz is in 12th place though, after making that earlier pit stop for Inters. Balcazar, she's still in 19th place. She's a lost cause. We've mucked up her strategy so much there. Unfortunately, it all started with that too early call for dry tyres, unfortunately for her. But Cruz at least 12th. I mean, he's probably going to lose this to 13th. But then after that, he probably could keep 13th. But yeah, again, that doesn't mean anything. There's no points for 13th place, so it's all just for pride, really. And also because the race is probably going to, because the race is going to end in intermediate conditions, it means we can't even do the strategy of strapping on soft tyres, super soft tyres, going like 1 lap of fuel and setting a banger lap time for fastest lap, because, well, everyone's not going to do that, and you can't gain that much time on Inters. Everyone's like a level playing field, so the top teams are going to set the fast lap of the Grand Prix as well. So yeah, parts looking dodgy. Just continue on, mate. You've only got like 5 laps left. I'm sure the gearbox can just about make it through, hopefully, he says, as he probably just fears probably an imminent failure of the car. It's looking a bit dicey. It's looking dicey, I'm not going to lie. It's looking dicey, but pull through, mate. Pull through. We can't afford to pit you again. Otherwise, you'll literally be in no man's land. You're in 10th place now, mate, which would have been good points in F3, but now not so much. But just pull through. Pull that 6% through. Yeah, Cruz is conked out. Cruz is conked out. He's got 0% on the gearbox, so his parts have completely failed. So he's lost the 10th place. Come in, mate. You may as well. You may as well. Come in for fresh inters. Part condition, fix that, fix that. Oh, God. We'll put in, like, literally 2 laps of fuel. We'll put in even minimum of that. We'll put in, literally, just, we'll put in no fuel. Fast. You'll come in. Let's try and set a banger fast lap time. Probably not going to work, but hey-ho. Hey-ho. Alright, he comes through. Push everything you got, mate. Push everything you got. Oh, he can't even set a time, for God's sake, because he's been lapped, like, twice. Oh, for fuck's sake. Brilliant stuff. Great. 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 So that's going to be 19th and 17th. That's annoying, man. That's annoying. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, like, if you shift your team up to F2, but we just went around and just did nothing, because the car was just crap. Obviously, I made some strategy errors, but it doesn't. None of it matters because we're not in the top 6. I actually don't. I really hope there's some rule changes for the GMA because I actually don't see any point if it's just the top 6. Like it just does. It just even 10th. Like 10th makes sense. That's why F1 makes sense. The top 10. Like that's a nice margin because a slow team can just about maybe get 10. But there's no way a slow team's going to get 6th. So after that, our drivers are 17th and 19th in the Drivers' Championship. We're last in the Constructors. So yeah, very annoying first race of the season. Obviously, this was probably to be expected, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be quite a testing season to try and enjoy, to be honest, because if all the races are annoying as that, it is not going to be that. It's going to be tough to enjoy, especially if we're at 1.1 in debt. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But we're going to remain positive. Let's go on to the Chinese Grand Prix next episode. Guys, if you have enjoyed this one, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you've got tips for me for how to survive F2 in such a shit car, then let me know. Because really, I don't want a whole season of races like that. Because that was, well, that's a race I just don't want to keep on doing for 13 more times in this season. So let me know what I should do if you have played more of this game than me and you know a few little hints and tips here and there. But yeah, I've been Aarava. I hope you enjoyed today. Do subscribe for more weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.